get screwed. You know,
But where?
which that's a whole agency in itself. But where do agencies come from? Do you remember?
How
The
do you
Bible
get?
does talk about taxes.
Sure.
Yeah, a lot. Uh, so tell me what you know about the Bible and taxes.
But you ought to pay them. Give to Caesar what's Caesar's.
So if I did all the work, but then somebody else didn't do any work,
Hmm?
I still have to pay them. If they're
Mm-hmm.
and why is that?
Because
I do want to hear you.
because that God gives us those things.
Okay.
Like nothing that you
That's the
do.
easiest answer. No, no, I want something more challenging. Bill. Right, because I know you're more intelligent than this. You can't just be like, God gives us those things. No, no.
Everything I have, God gave me.
Well, yeah, but like you can't.
I
Wait,
didn't.
are you getting taxed by God?
In a way, yeah.
Okay. What that comes afterwards? Our taxes or debts. We get.
Not all. No, that's part of this life.
I know you just were thinking about what I was saying, but it didn't really register.
All right, say it again
All
then.
right. So when you die,
Yes.
so that to me is your tax. Literally, like if I die and say I'm a non-believer, right? I'm getting taxed for that because like, oh shit, well, dude, no, you didn't believe in this, and it's here, you know. Not saying I believe because
Yeah, yeah.
I will always backpedal to I'm not a believer, but I am a believer. I'm a spiritual human being that I know that when I die I turn into energy. That's my tax. I turn into energy as soon as I die. That's my belief and that's
But
my
that just
tax.
makes death into that very narrow view of what that is.
How's that now? I will be everywhere.
Sure, but to call that a tax is a very narrow view of death.
It is. It is. But like
So what I'm saying is, what about the deaths all along the way?
they were taxed on their own. Solitary. No,
I mean, our deaths all along the way.
still taxed.
Right. But
But
so here's the
we both said that at the same time.
so on this
Mhm.
this week's reading that I'm going to be dealing or speaking about, we Jesus is at goes to a house party
The fuck?
and
Wait a minute. Hold on, back up. Where did you come up with this? He goes to a house party?
he
Like,
goes to a
so, like, if I saw Jesus at a house party, that'd be fucking awesome.
he goes to a party that is being put on by some people, and he notices where the people are sitting.
This is awesome. I
Right?
can picture it because, I'm
He
nervous.
notices where the people take their places,
I'm writing that shit down.
in the places of honor or the places of. And he says, when you
What kind of house party is this? Because it sounds fucking boring.
right, so he goes and he
There's a,
looks, and then he says, when you give a party,
hmm,
don't invite your friends and the
don't,
other rich
don't,
people and all the people that if you give, then they'll invite you back, and
right.
these would be this. But invite
Don't invite them.
the weak and the poor and the blind and the lame, people that have no chance of repaying.
That sounds like an awesome house party.
Yeah, this
It does, because those are the people that I met in my life that have been kindest, that have been the most saturated with love, like in themselves. Like they don't have love for themselves anymore. Like the poorest, the they're like they're downtrodden, and that sucks because they will. Most of the people I've met that were because I've been homeless several times in my life, several. I was going to college and I was homeless and sleeping on benches because they fucked up my housing,
mm-hmm.
and I was still pushing.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of me eating, I would try to make sure, like, oh, I got some money for food, and I wouldn't eat for a couple of days. I'm like, no, I need this food, like afterwards. But like the kindest people, and I know I just made that about me, and I'm not trying to, but like the kindest people, that same man that's I did that for, he repaid me later. He was like, here, got this. You like? I remember you saying you like McDonald's breakfast, and he got me a breakfast sandwich. I was like, dude, I'm working at Burgers. I'm good. You're like, no, you keep. You know, that was what he thought in his mind was tax, I guess.
Right. And so,
And I was
what
like,
I'm
no,
telling
you
you
don't
is,
owe me that. You don't owe me that tax because I care about you as a human. I care about you as somebody that deserves that food. Because I already working at a place where I can eat a free bagel.
sure. And what I'm saying is that next extension to that question thing that you thought was just an easy answer
What?
is
I know, but like you get.
think. I understand, but think about what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
And I mean this in the best possible way. But when I say it, people don't hear it, right? I mean, it would be untrue to say that I don't that God doesn't give me gifts through you, but I don't think you have anything to give me. And so my relationship with
Except
you
for my
isn't
heart.
based on the fact that,
Except for my heart, my love, because I love you like a brother.
right?
And you know, I would if something were to anything. If somebody was shooting at you, you know, I'd jump in front of that bullet if I could. I'd be like, fuck no.
I think that's certainly a possibility.
And I think it would be the flipped way around.
But the thing is, that's because it has nothing. It really doesn't have to do with you
Right.
or me, because I see that as the things God has done and given to me in my life are more, not because I deserve it. They're far more than I could ever deserve. And so I don't, I can't pay that. And I don't, it's not a tax. It was just a gift. And then to share in those gifts, it's not, if God gave them to me without me needing to be able to pay them or that. So why, when I turn around and look at other people, it's not about whether people can pay me or give me or do anything.
Right,
It has nothing to do with that.
But what does that have to do with? Because
What
like,
God
why
has
do you
done for
care?
me.
You have cared about people that
Don't care about.
exactly, and you know, like you care, like I care about people. You know, but like you cared about people that don't care about you and don't give a shit and mostly selfish and whatever. But is that's their fault, right? Or
It's just who they are. It's
is that because they had that cycle?
It's because they are humans. And we are by our nature. Me, along with everyone else, self-centered. Like our default
Is yeah,
is
it's self-preservation. I don't want to say
well,
self-centered because
yeah, but
self-preservation is like kind of very
right.
it's very much right on that cusp. Self-preservation makes me not say certain things or do certain things. I'd rather slather it with mayonnaise, which is the F word, if you will. Like I'd rather that to me is like me like slathering something because I'm trying to think at the same time, but I'm also trying to accentuate my feelings, like and how I think,
Mhm.
how I think, not what was given to me, but like how I've lived my life, and then you know, what I mean,
I'm with you.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like I swear, I smoke cigarettes,
So I try and
all this shit. Like
right. So I try and take my feelings out of it.
that's really hard.
Yeah.
What's that be? It's like
Because for me, it has nothing to do with my feelings. My feelings are a problem for me.
Jesus.
My
What the fuck?
feelings,
How is a feeling a problem?
because
I want to get to that.
because that feeling is a
The self-sanctioned act.
no. The feeling can be misleading. The feeling will make me maybe think or do things that aren't necessarily the truth just because I don't feel it. Like some days you're feeling
Like
like if
listen
I
to Kanye West.
well,
Sorry.
I mean I listen to all kinds of stuff, but what I'm
Right,
saying is if I said I don't I'm not feeling it today,
right.
And I only did the things that I needed to do for others when I felt like it. Well, I wouldn't feel like it very often. And I don't feel like it very often. I mean, most of the reason, like, my personal feeling is I really, like, really another thing I got to do for someone else. Like, that's my human feeling. But then when I realized that were it not for the other things that God did through other people for my sake, which is God at work, then I wouldn't have those things. And that brings us back to the taxes in the sense of this. How could
God
I have,
is your word. I mean, technically.
how could I have gotten over here today
Right.
were it not for all the people that have paid taxes to build the roads, to make all of the structure that allows, like I drive on
help
public
with that
roads,
shit. Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And those roads were laid because people paid taxes.
But your truck wasn't. You'd still drive truck through the woods because you have a nice truck. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you could, right, but
Right,
someone
right,
would have to clear the woods.
You with your truck.
You wouldn't just drive through trees.
Well, fuck it.
See, the part of us living in communal
Sorry,
stuff
just
is we need the
Alright.
communal stuff. And so that means we all really, to some degree, we reap the benefits. We don't just pay, people talk about taxes like
Yeah,
they just pay taxes,
So, well, no,
but they
used to pay in trade, right?
Sure.
So, and then they also had roads back then when they paid in trade, right? So, like, somebody would give them food to, like, build a, a brick road, whatnot. And then when all of a sudden coins came into, you know, all that shit, like, everything was like, oh, like, I mean, I have a $2 bill in
But
my hand.
even when you paid in trade, there were taxes.
Yes, but it wasn't coin based. It was like literally that kind of tax where you're okay.
Sure,
My tax is this. I have to do this much railroad today.
right. So the landlord
Right.
took out.
So like, so the difference to me is monetarily. I think that maybe that fucking thing is right. Money is the root of all evil because I feel like money's done a lot of evil things in the past 300 years. Uh,
Well, but it's not what they say is. What is
It was the humans. It's
Is it money or is it?
it's humans.
What does it say?
It's fucking humans. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
The love of money
Right.
is the root of all.
Right. Well, Greek,
It's not the
but
money,
yeah, I fucking
right? It's the
like. I don't. Dude came over today, and he's gonna be a dick, and he was like, well, you don't get paid when your weird podcast with." And I was like, I don't give a shit. It was like it's cathartic. It's two people discussing something, and from different angles and thinking different ways, but they care about each other. They're like, so, because I could have worked with them today. I was like, I ain't fucking working with $35 for that. Because I didn't give a shit. You know, I didn't give a like
right. So there, this is a, in a way, think of it as a tax in that sense,
right,
right?
right,
That this is a thing that we do,
right.
right?
Yeah, you and I do it
That we
twice a
could
month
say-
when we can.
right, we could
Usually
say-
something's happening. Like we were like, oh fuck, I can't.
Right, and we could go. There's no value in that,
There is a lot of value.
but there is a lot of value.
Yeah.
Of course, there is.
There's extreme value.
It's just not measured that way. But the tax that we pay is that we spend the time.
Right, because you don't have to be here. I don't have to be here.
Right.
I want to be here. You want to be here. Like you want to talk to me, and you want me to, like we both.
Right, but you can't measure
It's-
that in value. The
But
way
to a
it is with
degree,
money.
isn't it selfish for both of us? Because like we do care about each other and we love each other, but like we do want to hear each other's opinions. And then what? Is
Well,
that selfish?
It could be.
Fuck.
Like and that's the thing. As I, there
This
is
is the first time
nothing.
you're in my home. It's obviously a selfish home. I mean,
There's
I live here by myself, but
Well, right, but there is nothing, I don't believe, there's anything that we do in this life that is purely, comes with pure motives.
really,
Because
Do you think that used to be a thing?
No, I don't think it ever was.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's what I wanted to do.
No, I don't think people are any different today than they ever were.
No. No.
And the only thing I think as we get as human development continues, right? I mean, I don't think people have changed,
No.
but we certainly continue to try and move forward,
Right. Right. Right.
right?
Yeah.
Innovate and make things newer and better.
Newer and better.
Those are
Let's
the
just say,
language, right?
yeah. Right. Well, you got to put that in quotations.
And we-
no fucking way. No.
Right. But what newer and better usually means is newer and better for me.
Right.
Make my life more convenient.
But that'll
We might even make it this, but
that'll go away. Yeah,
because when we go, because think of it this way: when we go, oh well, there's a lot of things today that make life more convenient, except for what they mean is part of the convenience is they mean I need my neighbors less.
exactly.
I need to depend on, in my mind, I need to depend on my neighbors less.
Yeah, people don't do this shit.
Um,
Like people don't sit there and talk to each other about like there was a time when people, even with differing opinions,
Sure.
would not fight each other. They would sit there at a campfire and
people would talk.
and
Right.
talk.
Right.
Like they don't do this shit that you and I do, and that's what I thought of when we first started doing this. I was like, wait a minute, people don't do this shit anymore.
No, they don't do it, and that's the crazy part. Even the church that I am a pastor of,
Right.
right, is
Right,
a
right.
Lutheran church.
And somebody would look at like
And
if it was a different pastor, they would look at me and be like, "You swear too much, and I don't fucking like what you're saying." Right? They'd be
They might, sure,
No, I'm dead serious. Like,
but
they would.
the
And it's-
the Lutheran church is a place that started with a conversation.
right. I know what he
Right,
wrote, and
it
you gave me the
says-
whole.
We are
You gave me his whole. How do you put it?
What he posted?
Doctorate.
well, yeah, but the 95 theses that that was a debate. That wasn't just a thing.
No.
That was saying, here, let's have a conversation, and here's the topics, and then you talk. And yes, you would have conversations and you would talk, but you're right.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
We
And
don't.
and the technology that we do makes it easier and easier for us to go into our own little
Right. Our fires are the
circles.
glowing of the screens, but we don't see each other anymore. We'll argue with somebody that's all the way across the world, which I wish personally. This is my own judgment. I wish that person on the other line would talk and debate things like what we're doing and get other feelings about everything, but like not just be like, you know what, I don't have to see this motherfucker, I don't have to care about him, he's just a screen, right?
Right.
Yeah, we are just screens now. And I hate saying that because I do like technology. Everybody, I like, if I have to look up something, I'm like, shit. Like, even the other day, I was thinking about how I remember hearing when I was younger about spilled seeds and how sex is just for procreation. And then if you spill a seed on the ground, it's cursed ground forever. Blah, blah, blah. And no grass would grow that. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But, and then I was like, wait a minute. I know even the Satanic Church, Anton LaVey, he was like, no, sex should be for two things: procreation and pleasure, because we are beasts. We are, we're animals, but we are the. If dolphins could take over, we're fucked. They're like they're more intelligent than us. They could speak across oceans. That's insane. Like it's scientifically proven. Like yeah, as soon as they get start growing hands and shit, yeah, you and I are be like no more campfires.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, for now. I mean, because they can breathe air too. I mean, come on.
Sure.
Right. So like, as soon as they get legs, as soon as you get that one weird fucker that's like, I want to fuck a dolphin. So I got some sorry, that's a bad
No,
joke.
I'm with you.
Yeah. He's like, now it's a human. Like,
Uh-huh.
it'd be probably Kanye West. And just like, I'm gonna fucking. Do you remember that
Right.
South Park episode?
I don't. On
Gay
that one.
fish. Gay fish.
Right? But back on topic, Phil.
Sorry, that's funny to me. That's
I'm
fucking
with
funny.
you. I don't mind.
It's hilarious. But anyway,
But I think you're onto something in the sense that, right, you're a real person to me, Phil.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And sure, I could ghost you. I could ignore
Yeah, you
text.
can
I
ignore
could
shit.
blow you off and do that. But
I'd probably just send my mom.
you still exist to me. Like you're not just someone I can forget, nor is anyone else, whether they think so or not.
Right.
But we live in a world where we think, oh well, we don't like that, or we'll just cut that off. We wall that off. But
I didn't even know what fucking type of toilet paper you use.
but the point is,
I saw it. Oh.
that's the
Right.
the thing about Christianity, as I've come to know it, is it doesn't do anything to me except for stop my excuses. It doesn't allow me to
Have an excuse? Do you still have excuses though?
I still want to. I still will try and do that, but it stops me in my tracks. And
Because there was that one story about
that's
your neighbor.
just a lie.
The neighbor. You told me about that one story. Who's the neighbor? You're like, I want to. The one neighbor.
Which one?
Marston.
Oh, the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and so your religion stopped.
It didn't stop.
You did.
I did that.
You did do that, but like,
right. But what I'm saying is it doesn't stop me from actually sometimes acting out because I'm weak. But it does then afterwards sometimes before, sometimes after go, oh, look at that. That was a shitty thing.
yeah,
Right? That doesn't it's not that I somehow got into a place where I am not the same asshole that I was.
Right.
I am. That guy is there.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
after being lifted up in front of my face enough times, I start to go, oh, that's not cool.
I mean, you know,
In the same way, in some ways, I see in you.
Right.
Those things that you have fallen into that have not been good or healthy for you, or they may be different things than mine, but they are the same in the sense that they're the things we fall into. And after enough times of it being lifted up, and we seen again, oh, I fucked up again, I fucked up again, I fucked up again, I fucked up again, and it's always the same fuck up.
right? And you just
Then we sometimes, by God's grace, we actually do open our eyes and see.
and that is where you and I differ because I think some people, not you at all, but I think a lot of people that don't understand a lot of things that come from scripture,
Mm-hmm.
and that they use that as a crutch. They use it as a crutch because I hated this about AA. I went there and I'm like, these motherfuckers are using this as a crutch. They're like, God help me. I'm gonna get there. I was like, no, motherfucker, you did that. You did that yourself. Take the credit and give maybe God some credit if you want to. But like somebody like me, I do things except for smoke cigarettes, cold turkey. I can do it all the time. Like I didn't drink for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a way to numb my emotions, and it wasn't an excuse. People would say that, but like no, I just needed to drown out all the thoughts of like the world around me and the way I think, because I think in fucked up layers, like even with my music, like I'll play music, like you've heard someone on music in the films. Those weren't played right away. Those were played in layers, layers and layers and layers. Like I had to think about. That's just how my mind works. So even if I go back to the religious realm, like being a Lutheran and whatnot, which is going to be very fucking hard for me. You know why? I don't have to fucking tell you. But I still, if I got to where people started, looking at me like, oh shit, he kicked this. Like my best friend Ian done. You know,
Right.
fucking
That's dangerous.
that is very dangerous.
'Cause
He
you-
was he like weighed 1 fucking 10, and I weigh 174. This motherfucker could put me down. Like I'd be like, Ian, you just drank a full bottle of 110. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right.
Yeah, like that. I couldn't even do. And I'm this, and I'm athletic, and I work out, whatever. But and I'm one of the strongest people you'll ever meet around here. Even the dude that was over here earlier today, he was like, "Hey, can you help me go get the scrap?" I'm like, all right. This thing we were trying to get it was a thing that weighed 400 pounds, and he weighs two something, and I weigh one. And then we're trying to push this thing. We got it halfway. We're like, I'm just leaving this here. You know what I mean? But like that to me is kind of fucking crazy because Ian should have probably died way before he did. But I think that for the past, because we became closer in the past year and a half.
Mhm.
And he became close with my mom, and I think that there's a reason why. And I'm not gonna say what you're gonna say, but like I think there's a reason why. I think there was a pattern, and like I think it was like I got in touch with him, and he was still going through his issues, and then I think that in a sense that he saved me from a lot of things, but then I also saved him from a lot of things because he wasn't drinking when he died. Like his shit was fucked. But yeah, I know you're gonna say it different, like
Well,
what you would say.
But I mean that I think you're right in the sense of the difference that we see things different.
Right.
But
that's why we do this.
where the see the thing that is the from where I sit in my perspective, I mean,
Okay.
the main difference that you and I have is pretty much the same difference I have with pretty much everyone I know.
What? Yeah.
And the difference is in exactly what you said, and that's the
I think we
thing that
talked
you
about
don't
this
like
last time.
about AA,
Yeah, it's a fucking cold.
and it's also the thing that then people don't like about Christianity, as I understand,
Yeah, it's
is what people want, even to varying degrees, but right down to the last little speck.
right.
And this is a problem, even the last little speck, is that they believe they have the power in themselves. Right? That you did that I did that.
Jake, you should know.
No.
So yeah,
There's
that's
the difference.
There's,
Right? That
Right.
I don't believe I have the power to do anything.
right.
Period.
So
Were it
we have
not
to
that
disagree.
God is the one who is actively doing that within.
So that's where I have to differ.
Right.
Big time. But
So
like
when
I
they
still love
say
you and you
that
love me.
in
Like
AA, right? But
Yeah.
you,
I cannot go with that cult.
I know
It's
you
weird
can't.
as fuck.
But you see, the thing is this:
Like we're not a cult. Let's hold hands and then talk to them. Like I'm not doing that.
because what they say in AA and in other 12 steps
Because I've been in one down
Right.
in the bottom of your church.
Mhm.
Yeah.
is that I cannot do this on my own.
But there's a difference. You can with other people's help. But like you have to reach out for that. You don't have to necessarily believe I mean, you know what I believe. I literally have, Lucifer right there. And then
I don't disagree.
And then I'm like,
That's
when I
how
tell
it
somebody,
seems.
if you told somebody, hey, one of my best friends that I think it was like a brother, loves he's a Satanist and he's a Lutheran at the same fucking time. Like they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? They would
They
judge you.
might.
Yeah.
Right? Except for I would say that about all the people I know.
Jesus. All right. Right.
And what I mean is, and that's the thing, is you're really no different
I'm not,
in the sense that, because they all think
but I'm different at the same
that
time.
they have power.
I don't have it, and that's the thing.
Yeah, but you said you did.
No, I have will. I have my own will to do things. I didn't say I had power. But like, if I did change things, which I do off and on, like everybody does that up and down thing. It's a roller fucking coaster. I
Right, but are you? If here's the thing, your will,
what the fuck is that face?
whatever it is,
All right. Well, that was fucked up. That face was
Your
fucked
will.
up. All right.
right?
I
Your
gotta put this
quote will,
up. Oh God.
right? And I think you have a will, but I don't think it's free.
I have a strong will. And
Yes, of course you do.
yeah, I'm one of the most strong-willed person. I'm stubborn. I don't know if that's what you would call it because I don't think I don't think I hate that word
Well,
stubborn.
I think you have a strong will, and I think everyone does.
I think when I walk into a fucking room and it's not power, I think this. Like I've been told that all these neighbors are afraid of me. They'd see a tattooed dude that's 6'1", right? But if you walk up to me, I'm the dude that's gonna give you a fucking hug, and rather than shun you away.
Well, sure, but what I'm saying is this, and this is the heart of the thing.
Yeah. Is this taxes?
If you no,
Okay.
right? If by the power and strength of your will,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you choose. If that's true,
Yeah.
then your entire status is your fault.
And I'm okay with it. Like,
But that is not true, Phil. Because you don't get to choose all the stuff. You can't choose today to go and do anything you want. You cannot do today anything you want.
the fuck?
Because some things you might want to do, you don't have the funds to do. You don't have transportation to do.
I
You
do.
don't
Two
have
fucking
those.
feet, and I can walk all over it.
Yeah, but you can't walk to California. You couldn't go to Disneyland today.
That's not true. There was a dude that walked all the way.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't go there today if you wanted.
Right, right. Not just today.
Right.
Right.
So,
I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, yes, it seems, because it seems to me
Okay.
that I can do whatever I want as long as I go within certain boundaries, because of course that is beyond me today, but I could get there tomorrow maybe.
You have a
Right?
fucking
We
truck.
can convince ourselves.
Yeah. But take you 5 days because you have a truck
Well, right, but that's if
and your motorcycle.
I don't die before then, if I don't have an accident.
Jesus
Or
fuck!
if
What?
some
No,
other
that
shit
went
happens.
dark, man. No,
That's
don't do that.
Really happen. That could really happen.
No, I don't even want to think about you dying, dude.
It could really happen.
Fuck.
Like it will happen someday, and that may be today. I don't keep this ashes on my
Would
hands
you
for
fucking
nothing.
stop? No, don't. Cause like, all right,
Like for someone who talks about it, when I talk
Yeah, but,
about
like,
it, what's the problem?
I don't. You're not gonna. This fucked up thing is because
Like I don't
can't
want
say
you
it.
to worry about it.
yeah,
Phil.
because I will.
You
Because
don't need
the last thing Ian ever said to me, he's like, "I'm dying, Phil." And I'm like, "Bullshit," right?
I am dying, Phil.
Fuck. What? Are you Sylvia Plath and like fucking like oh everybody's dying every fucking second? Yes, we are. We are.
Right. I am that person. That's why I wear the ashes on my
You're
hand,
fucking
dude.
depressing.
It's
Jeez.
not depressing.
Yes, it is.
I'm dying, and I'm here with you.
Yes,
Isn't that
and I
wonderful?
no, I appreciate that, and because you are my brother, and I fucking love you.
And you're dying, and you're here with me.
The fuck, man. Duh.
But in dying, we live. Remember what I said? How many times have we
You
talked
know why I
about
do
that?
my art? This is why. I'll tell you.
Tell me.
Because not in just living here,
Mhm.
I want to be in work. I want people to look at my work and be like, you know what, that shit's awesome. And they're gonna be like, Phil with two L's, who the fuck is that? And then they're gonna look into that, and then because ever since I was a ever since I was a kid, the last time you die is the last time somebody thinks of you and cuts off.
Right.
That's fucking to me.
Except for I'm talking about a thing where that never happens.
I can't go there with you. I mean, I will
'Cause
die. I will
you're-
turn it into energy, and you can be like, you know what, this is my brother.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I'll probably
let's-
die before you.
But let's take
Say
the
this.
energy thing for a second. Stay with me.
All right, I'm gonna stay. How complicated is it? More complicated than the shit that I say.
more profit, right? Because my picture of heaven, whatever it is really a picture of, in a way, like energy in that way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the difference. This world is temporary and temporal, and everything in it is. And
That's what
when
both
we
of them
die,
believe.
we go back to the dust.
That's what both of them believe in. Seriously.
That's what I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you will always be remembered by the one who is always there to remember.
Don't say it. Go ahead and say it.
Say what? You know what the answer to that
Go ahead
question
and fucking
is.
say it. No, just
The only thing that's eternal is the one who says, I am. If you go, who up? God says, I am.
yeah.
God's very being, it's about being. He doesn't say, I'm this. He goes, I am.
Now, what if I walked around and said that? That's the arrogant shit.
And you, in
Shut up.
Christ, in God, you are. You exist.
Okay.
Your existence is because God's existence. It's an existential question.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest ones that we've talked about. That I can't.
I'm
Yeah,
with you, but
yeah.
that's why
'Cause
we
that's
keep
what-
talking about
Yeah,
it,
because
right? But you will, when you
neither
cease
one of us
to
are trying to prove a point, but we are trying to get
understand.
yes, and
But
understand
when
each
we
other.
cease to exist in this life, that's the problem that people have. They're worried.
Right.
Will I be remembered? Will I matter? Will my life matter? And what I'm saying to you or to anyone else that will listen is your life matters not because of anything that you have done, but simply because God thought enough to make you, thought enough to put you. You're a gift to me because God thought enough of me to give me you.
Yeah.
And you only exist
Right.
because God does. And without God's grace, you wouldn't be here with me. And then my life wouldn't be what it is. It's not a matter of whether those are all gifts from God, not because you
Right.
chose it or I didn't. The circumstances that brought together were anything that we would choose.
I'm
But
gonna
God
ask, I'm
did.
gonna ask you this question because like it kind of goes back to what you were just saying.
Mhm.
So was when the point that you, I mean, I know you care about everybody and you love everybody, but like the point where you really pinpointed, hey, this motherfucker and I are gonna be tight. Was that at my dad's funeral where you heard me just vulgarities because I could not fucking do the shit? Like I always cuss, but like, and it's always to make an exemplary example. Jesus, I can't say that word. My mouth's too dry. Exemplary example out of the words I'm about to say.
Mhm.
So like I want them to be accentuated. And I was so I could not do it. Like what I wrote, I was like, I don't even know if this is shit. Like this is like I'm afraid to tell these people exactly what I felt about him because I felt like what I do with most things. Like uh there's a hurt and a happiness like that, like, and I even try to get that point across with talking about my dad. and and I do hate this saying, but it's totally true to a lot of people. The word of God is mother in a kid's eyes. Like, so I thought about my dad the same way. Like, oh, like, because you don't really,
Mhm.
your brain's not formatting, whatever. So those were my gods when I was a kid.
Right.
And it's exactly the same way. I can actually explain that to you. The same way I feel about my mother and my dad
Mhm.
is the same exact fucking way that I feel about religion, God. You know, like I don't necessarily believe in either one of these two, but I love their philosophies. I love their the way they can see things a certain way. Like, because that's me. That's me.
Right. But the thing about that is, and like I think you're right on the money with that description. Our problem with that, when we think that, is that every single metaphor or example or idol, whatever it is that we put there, right? And I would say, I mean, Luther would tell you, and that our God gives us parents, and they really do stand in the space for God,
Right.
right? That's why that's the fourth commandment, right? There's The first three about our relationship with God, and the first one about our relationship with people
Oh shit! I think
is
that's why
about
religion's domineering.
honor your mother and your father, right? And
Yeah.
but that's not just about honoring them. We honor them because they also have a duty that God has said, I am making you God for this person.
Okay.
And so we're called to be like God for our children. That would be the thing, except for I'm not God.
Eventually, you become God for them too, because like my dad, you gotta think about that.
Well, but what I'm saying is,
He could fucking.
I am not God, even though God gives me that thing, or your dad. But your dad isn't God either, so your dad still has the human stuff. And so whenever we use parental metaphors for God,
And there's a lot of them in the Bible.
a lot of them,
Yeah.
we
'Cause I-
tend to filter them though
Right.
through our picture of that. So if we had an abusive father or an abusive mother, or if we had a father or mother who was totally loving but
Domineering.
could be domineering, or totally loving but kind of useless. Like they love you, but they're really not much help, or they don't really do anything, but they're kind and nice. I mean,
I'm about to edit this out.
We
I had
can-
both. I had the same
you
thing.
can have all that,
I'm gonna
right?
edit this out real quick though. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, just
But
so
they're
yeah, I'm
not-
editing that out. But like, no, mom and dad they weren't there. I had to take care of my fucking grandmother that was senile
Mhm.
from the time I was 8 to 18. 10 fucking years she would shit herself, and I had to fucking clean her up until they were like, you know what, we're gonna put her in a home. The fuck. Yeah, anyway,
Right.
so
And
I had to grow up. You
Right.
Know,
So
to a
if you
degree.
use the parental metaphor, you're bound to carry some of that baggage.
I do. I mean, I'm always gonna.
We all do, right?
I had to grow up really fast. Why do you think I? All right, this would explain this too. The toys and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a child.
Right.
I do now. These are my toys. They're my action figures because I love these movies. RoboCop's awesome.
Right.
And all that shit. Like I got to do the things eventually that I was supposed to do. You know, like
Right. And here's the as to take the metaphor as the next step. Someday you'll get to be free in ways you aren't able to be free today.
I mean, you know, just fucking go back to this one. I thought about it several times, and then so that was the freest thing.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to the freedom I'm talking.
I know, jeez.
Well,
Let me say it my own fucking way.
know
I gotta go
you
get
know
a glass
what
of
I'm gonna
water.
say.
Here, I'm gonna cut this too. I gotta go get some water. You need some water?
I'm good. Actually, I'm gonna have to get going soon. So why don't we wrap her?
Yeah. Hold on.
Because I have to be back for that people that want to talk to me at 4.
What do you want to talk to you about?
Jesus. I got to tell them the good news too, Phil. I hear you.
Well, I love you, man. And you
They
are,
need to
you
know.
are one of the best people I ever talked to in my life. That holds a position. Believe me, I talked to a lot of people. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, those people are straight. Oh, fuck. There's peanuts. I use everything for feeding. Except for your glass. 'cause
Right,
you
except for
didn't
my glass. Right.
Oh, I think that roll tonight.
What?
One thing that roll tonight. So here, let's just finish this conversation real quick. All right. So how do you want to end it? Remember, I can edit it.
I think we did.
No, we didn't. Because you had the last fucking word.
Right.
I'm keeping
Last
this shit in.
word.
Yeah, you had the last fucking word.
And I don't even get the last word. You know who gets the last word?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Who? Who? Who is it?
The one who raises us from the grave, my friend.
Oh my god, that would be so fucking cool if eventually I get raised from the grave and I can just scare children.
Well, I don't think that God raises us to scare children.
No, it'd be fucking funny. Be like, oh my god. Like, if it was like, if he could take me back in the past and I could scare shit out of Hitler and Trump, it would be fucking great. Like, oh, don't go to the government.
Mm-hmm.
Hitler, keep on painting dogs.
Right.
See, that's
You guys have a lot in common.
who? Hitler?
You're frustrated artists.
Oh my, Jews really? No, but I don't hate anybody. I put.
The thing is, and this is
Oh my-
this is the
I
problem,
do
Phil.
hate Trump, and I hate saying I
Listen,
hate him, but I do.
This is the problem.
I gotta edit that out.
People
Yeah, edit that. All right, this is the problem. Here, start.
people like to think they're not close to those people. But we are all those people.
Hold on, what the fuck? So when you look at me, do you see Hitler or something?
I know that exists the same things that
It's just you.
exist in me. All of those same selfish tendencies
Hold on.
are there.
Neither one of you, neither one of us in this
Right.
room would not burn a multitude of a people, like just
Well,
because
right,
they
but
don't
listen.
believe in the same fucking thing.
That
'Cause you-
didn't
that-
happen
you-
by
that-
one person.
I know it was because this one person planted a fucking seed.
And a whole bunch of people.
We're like, oh yeah, you're right, dude. And this is what happened.
And
That's,
so
that's
without
what's
that,
happening
there is
now.
no him. Right. So
And-
without
but like,
that stuff doesn't happen. It's all of us. It's
you and
all
I are dumb. We wouldn't do that. You and I don't see you ever fucking doing that shit. You don't see me doing that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you look at our lifestyles in certain ways, they do those things. Maybe far away from us where we don't see it, but those things happen.
My fucking god, don't end on this because this is gonna freak me out. I'm gonna have nightmares. Be like, I'm Hitler now.
We all are.
Well, yeah, because we're technically all related because we had to.
Listen,
So the apple, what does that represent for you? The apple.
like in the first sin you're talking about.
First thing.
So
Yeah,
that's
the knowledge,
the fruit of the tree of what?
Fucking, basically. It's fucking.
The fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Right. But
Right?
technically, that represents to a lot of people the
Yeah, but that-
procreation.
That may be wrong. That's foolish.
It is. Thank you.
First-
Yeah, all right. Thank you. I like that you said that
But
because I
what
never
it
thought that.
represents is the problem, right? What does the serpent say? If you eat this from this tree, you will be like God, knowing good from evil.
And that's not a. It's just
That's
such a.
not
It's
true.
a sexy
So
thing
that's
to say.
why I tell you,
It's a.
I
fucked
don't
up saying.
use those words. I don't call people good. We are good in that God creates us,
What do you think I have in my hand? Duality, of mankind, demon and angel.
right?
That's.
But we don't. God said, looks at all God creates, and it's good simply by God's word, but not good as in nice or unnice,
Right.
right? We look at those things and we start calling things good and evil. And that's back to my boy who says, a theologian of glory calls the good thing bad and the bad thing good.
You're like a rapper.
But a
Like,
theologian of the cross calls a thing what it is, which is not good or evil,
Right.
just what it is. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's this. Oh, that's that. Whether it's good or evil, that's not my place as a human to make that judgment. That's why that's the fruit of the tree. That's not our place. That's God's place. But when we think I can look and go, what's good and evil, then you can be pretty sure that's wrong.
So what is your definition? Is it the moralities
I
or
don't
is
know.
it like I don't know either
I
because
don't
like
have a definition.
I don't either because I've never been able to walk that line of good and evil. Like
Mm.
I've been there, like right there. I mean, I've done
for-
things that people shouldn't do in their lives. We've talked about that. I don't want to talk about it right now, but I've done evil, but like
So
doesn't make me evil as a whole, right?
no, you are evil as a whole to start with. That's why you
Okay.
evil thing.
But I'm also good as a whole, right?
Insofar as
So
God
how's
creates
that? Isn't that 50-50?
you. No, it's 100.
The fuck? That doesn't make sense because that's 200%. There's no. Your math is all fucked.
Right. I'm with you. I'll bring
That's
you
the
the book.
most
It shows
fucked.
you how it works.
I got the book over there.
Right? When we
right.
say, right? When
Look,
we
it's right
say,
here.
then like I got my tattoo, simultaneously saint and sinner,
And you
right?
know you're not even supposed to get fucking tattoos.
That's not half and half. That's
You know,
all the
You're not
way.
allowed to get tattoos.
That's all the way.
When they used to ink their skin, There's a whole piece in the Bible.
I got a
You know what I'm
whole-
talking
I got-
about. Yeah, we're not supposed to do this shit, but we did. Right now, I got
What do
this.
you got this?
Look, all right. So you're gonna make fun of me because I'm Old Testament?
New Testament.
Yeah, it's fucking New Testament. So
Right.
I've been trying to read that because of you, and I don't like it. It's fucking no. It's a no for me. Nope.
Well, all right.
I don't like it. I like Old Testament. Fuck that shit.
Where you get the Psalms and
Why you have fun with that? Fucking sing your life away. Shit.
look at here's one for
What
you.
are you gonna fucking?
You should read this one. I mean, the page was all bent there. I found it that way, so it's like a marker.
Yeah, because I read the rest of it.
Well, this Philemon is just one page.
Okay, well, yeah, I read all the way to there
Mhm.
because I hate the Testament. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It's fucking terrible. Oh my god, it's like, all right, here I'm gonna say it like this, and I keep this in there. It's like what Trump's doing to the fucking Constitution. Keeps on amending shit. Keeps on amending shit.
There's no
Yeah.
amendment in the New Testament.
Okay, go. Do you, where is the Old Testament? I will show you things that I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what that says in the Old Testament.
Well, right, but you're just reading it wrong.
By your judgment. Ah.
No,
But you said I'm reading it wrong. How am I reading it wrong?
if you're reading it differently.
I'm not reading it like I read Nostradamus.
What I'm saying is, if you read something different in the Old Testament than you read in the New Testament, you're reading it wrong.
It's the wording. And I don't like, I like Old Testament. I don't like the wording. It sounds too
Well, I mean, I don't know the
placating.
word.
It sounds placating. This placates me. This placates people. New Testament placates people. You know why? It's easier to read, and they don't get to
Yeah, but
believe.
listen, you
What?
know, listen to me, Phil. I think you're right in describing how people try and use it.
Okay,
I
thank
don't
you.
think you're wrong there.
Thank
What
you.
I'm telling you is, when they do that, they're reading it wrong as well. There is no difference. There is a consistency.
I love you too much to get mad at you right now.
And the thing is, right, I don't let it placate you. I don't let you go, oh, this
Yeah,
is
but-
just a thing and it
Yeah,
placates
you don't do that, but like when people read that shit
Just
at
because
home,
people do, they're reading it wrong.
they
too.
read that shit at home.
Right,
It's
they read it wrong.
placating.
Right, then they're reading it.
Oh, do you get what I'm saying though?
Yes,
You've read it.
so
Okay,
help
thank you.
me. So listen,
Okay.
when I say
All right, I
that's
will.
wrong, that's wrong.
Okay,
Whether you do it or whether they do it.
no, because I understand that it's placating.
But it's not placating. There is no, in the New Testament, it doesn't just say, oh, don't worry, everything's cool.
People can take it, some of that as that, because
Right?
there's like, if you're Catholic, you'd be like, oh, do a Hail Mary and
Right.
fucking-
And so if you did that, I
Go
would,
punch a baby.
like Luther, tell you that's a wrong way of reading that.
Right. So basically, what you're saying is what I just said. Like, you're like, I got to do Hail Mary and punch a baby. Like, I don't know. I maybe read this wrong, but I'm gonna do it.
Right, because I don't think the Bible tells us
To
what
punch
we're
babies.
supposed to do.
So, what do you think tells us what we're supposed to do?
What we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on, Daniel. Let me know.
I don't know. I think
Fuck. I just called you by your full
I
name.
think this.
I'm trying to
I
get it.
think God can help us with that, right? But what we're supposed to do, if we're going to say, if the Bible is going to tell us what we're supposed to do,
Right.
then I suppose we have to first, and that's the part about is we have to know what God does for us.
Right.
And if we don't think God does anything for us, well then how are we to know anything to do?
See, like nothing in there really describes God. I don't think properly. This is why I
Well,
cling
because
to
it can't.
right. This is why I cling to things like Baphomet. Baphomet is about balance, right? That
What is the cross about?
the cross.
Yes.
No, what?
What is it about?
What is it about? No, tell me.
Death and resurrection.
Okay.
Two sides.
Why is the cross about resurrection? Let me know, because I thought he was fucking buried and then,
He was buried.
okay, but the cross wasn't there during his resurrection.
this whole thing is one movement. From the death to the resurrection, one movement. They're not separated.
I do a bunch of cocaine at Easter.
So
Jesus, I'm just joking.
the cross puts to death, and Christ is dead and in the grave, and yet Christ is raised. That's one thing. One doesn't happen without the other.
You know how much that fucking hurt?
And this is the deal. That's where it then connects to us. That we also go through that same thing. In our own way, it might not look like being nailed to a cross. It might look like drinking ourselves to death. It might look like getting hit by a car. It might look
Well,
like
yeah,
cancer.
that's
It might
just
look
the
like
whole
those
thing.
things.
In metaphorically, when people say it's my cross to bear, blah blah blah, I get that. But like, with
Well, right,
when
but
people say it's my cross to bear, there's no resurrection coming. Huh? There's none. They're like, this is my cross to bear. I fucking basically then.
When they say it that way, again, if you if like
I know our
doesn't give us a
conversations make me
cross
think.
to bear. God doesn't give us a cross to bear just to bear.
Right.
The point is that cross isn't ours to bear at all.
So you think that's same for religious?
What I'm saying, it is when we go,
Yeah.
oh, I have to bear this cross,
Right.
right?
But
That
so
we
many
do.
Christians and Lutherans say that.
But
And I've
we
heard
do
them say
bear the cross, right?
Right.
But that cross is I know what the story is.
Right.
What can that cross do to me? I mean, it will kill me, but so what? God has the power to raise and new. And God does that.
I get that. And then, but I'm going to go back to the thing I stated paragraph ago. I'm sorry. Is that the other night I was sitting there thinking, I
Mhm.
am the only problem to my, like the only solution to my fucking problems, and I'm not good at math sometimes.
Right, I read your thing.
Yeah,
Right.
kinda
Except
funny.
for
Is that not true? For personally me,
yes, that is.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm
not
not
true.
good at math. Sometimes.
You are not the
Are
solution.
we
to your
friends on
problems.
Facebook?
No, your mom showed me your note when she came last week.
Oh fuck!
Listen.
So I
So-
forgot you guys are hanging out.
Right. So
For like a half an hour.
you are not the solution to your problems. That's your problem. The fact you think you're your solution is your problem.
It's not egocentrical.
It is egocentrical.
I know where you're getting at. That's why I said what I said.
Right.
I am the only one that I think can pull myself out as well, and I fucked up a lot past couple of years. And my excuses are lame, but
Right,
they're
which
there.
is why I don't let you get them.
Yeah, but they're there.
Yeah, so what?
The weighing, you know, you saw something in me. You still see something in me. You see
God.
I can't give you that. I can't give you
That's
that.
okay. You don't need to.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna keep saying it.
I see a brother in you. I see somebody that I will.
Yeah, I see.
I would literally lay down in a fucking grenade for you. That's serious. Like I'd be like, if we're at war, I'd be like,
Except for here's the thing: who is Jesus?
some fucking guy that was
The
living
one
here.
who goes to the grave for you. Who takes
I'm
the
not
bullet
gonna.
for you?
That's not even what I'm gonna compare myself to.
But that when we live that way, that is what Christian living is.
I take a bullet for a fucking stranger, but like more so,
God takes the bullet for all the strangers.
the weird dude across the street.
All the strangers.
I would do that because
Right. Which is why then when people come to me and they're strangers, like when I met you, doesn't matter. God does for the stranger.
I think we were all strangers about 4 minutes, and that was it.
Right, because it would be not true to the point if I said, right, we are not strangers because in Christ we're not strange.
Oh, a stranger. So you equate the word strangers with strange? I equate it with somebody that I've never seen in my life, and they're not strange to me, but like
Well,
then again,
different
nobody's
kind
a
of
stranger.
strange.
Nobody is a stranger to me. Like I'm the dude that walks into a room, usually wearing an awesome fucking suit, you know. This like, be like, hey, because I get anxiety about people I don't know.
Right, but everyone is strange to you.
No, they're magnificent.
Okay, that's just another word.
No, eccentric. I am strange. I don't like that word.
Strange
It has a
mean-
weird fucking encounter.
Right, but strange in the sense that it means unfamiliar to me.
Yeah, but this seems like spellbinding. Like now you're stuck with that. You know what I mean? As a
Well, right, but here's
even
the
thinking
thing.
of it as like a pagan thing, like which is one of the first religions we know.
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
And then we gotta wrap it up.
Okay,
'cause I
shit.
gotta
Because
go.
you know we could talk for
Right?
fucking 9
I know.
hours.
So listen,
Oh my god, I swear
here's the thing. Like I've thought about a little bit lately.
your congregation
So
should
maybe-
just listen to us talk all the time.
Maybe, like we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Right? Is, for example, we see people on television, like people that we only know through certain mediums,
Right.
right? And you think of them that way, right? And yet the other piece is they have a whole life.
Oh, yeah,
beyond the way we know. Like they have a house. I don't know what their house looks like. I don't know what it is.
Oh, like that douchebag
They
Tom
have-
Cruise, because I met him. And I worked on
Right.
the movie, and I was like, oh, this dude's gonna be awesome.
But they get up in the morning and they have to take a shit and they have to brush their teeth and they have to go to their fridge. They live in these things, but we never think about them as though they're real human people. But they have to deal with the same human stuff that we do. Now,
You're talking to a filmmaker, so I already know these things, so you can't. That's a weird dichotomy.
well,
I
what
get
I'm
what you're
saying
saying.
is most
I get
of
what
the
you're
time
saying.
we
Most
never
people.
think of
Right.
that. Right? We
Right.
never think, oh, that person that I only have this limited view and I think this about them.
Right.
But the reality is, when they get off of their job,
Right.
that they're doing their job,
Right.
and now they have to go home and they're like, oh shit, I gotta get my kids to this thing or that.
Right.
thing,
Right.
or
Right. Right.
They got all the same shit going on that they have to deal with too. Like they don't just magically hop in a limo and get driven home and someone picks them up and like they have to still have an apartment and get a car payment.
Right. Right. Right.
They live lives like everyone else.
Right.
And we tend to think, oh, they're just this 5 minutes that we see them here or there.
Right. Right. No, I can totally get you.
And so,
totally understand.
as we think about that, that's the reality for everybody. Now, I may not understand how, I mean, people come to my house and they might look and go, I don't process how it works because this
Right.
is the way my house works.
Right. Right.
And your house may be that. And other people, when people come to the church sometimes and members, and they'll tell me, oh, I went over to see somebody and like, you might want to visit them. Their house is a problem. And I'm like, no, their house is just their house.
Right.
That's how they live. They might go to your house and go, I don't understand how this works.
Right.
I don't know what it means. What am I supposed to do? Like when they bring people over, sometimes from other countries, like refugees, and they come and they help hook them up with an apartment, and they came from Africa. Like I know this because I've spoken to people that
Right.
dealt
Right.
with
Right.
this, right? And then all of a sudden, the case manager gets called up by the landlord and go, yo, you need to come tell these people that they don't start a fire in the stove to cook their meal
Right. Right.
because they don't understand.
Right.
They start a
it's different
fire.
culture. Yeah.
You just turn this on and that they don't understand how that works. And so people have all these things and they've built a life in a way that it works for them,
Right.
that they can manage it.
And then other people.
And when
it
they
a
see
certain way.
someone else and they go, I don't know how that works.
Right. It's kind of like me. Like when I was talking about
Kind of like all of us.
Right, but like when I was talking to you about like half these fucking people are terrified. Other ones, they're like, I love you, man. You're fucking awesome and you're a kind person.
Well, right, but we don't ever
It's-
get to know or understand
right,
people
they
till
look
we
at me,
enter
right.
into their life.
Right.
Right. This is important to me too.
Right.
Right. Because without having some understanding of how and where you live,
Right.
I have a lesser understanding.
And I
of
knew
who
that's why you
are.
yeah, I knew that's
I
why
mean,
you
that's-
wanted to come here.
I mean, I'm happy to come.
Yeah,
here,
you're
right?
like you told Mom last week, you were like, oh, we're gonna do something different. And I was like,
Well, I'm like, either I could come pick you up or do whatever.
no,
but
I'd
just
rather
as soon as you come
to,
here-
to half a degree I feel more comfortable here.
Right.
Because what
Yeah.
happened, yeah.
Yeah.
You get that. And I mean, yes, I'm sorry the house is
Dude,
Is it
I
a
don't
mess?
care. No,
it's not? Alright, thank you.
like that's not my thing.
Right, but like no, this
Like-
like it's not that bad, right?
Most people, if they come to most of the church people that came to my house would have to go, "Oh, this is messy or dirty."
I
That's what
fucking
people
doubt
say.
it. I doubt it.
Don't doubt it. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I'm coming to your house eventually. You know what? Next time we'll do it at your
Well,
house.
we'll see about that.
No, fuck that. I'm bringing my own toilet paper though.
All right, I'm out.
All right, love you.
Love you, man.
Give me a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got holes everywhere and stuff like that.
Yep. That's why.
What is this? Is this painted or is
I painted this black. Yours was gray.
Uh-huh.
Or was this gray?